everybody, Jeff here, and welcome to the very first Battle of the Agents video. This is a series where you, the fans, vote on agents from 1 through 5 stars based on gameplay, lore, design, voice lines, voice acting, whatever. Basically just an overall rating on how you feel about that agent. I posted a poll a little while back asking you all to rate Omen from 1 through 5 stars. The poll got 7,700 votes. 2% of you guys only voted Omen for 1 star, which is basically F tier. 1% of you guys voted for 2 stars. 11% of you voted for 3 stars, while the majority of you guys voted for 4 stars on Omen at a whopping 64%, which equals almost 5,000 individual votes. And finally, 22% of you guys voted Omen at 5 stars. If we add it all up and get the average, that means that a rating of 4.36 stars is the average of 5 you all voted on. Now here's the fun part. I asked you guys to leave a comment on why you chose your ranking, but before I read those amazing comments you guys left, let's put Omen up on the leaderboard. Well, of course he's gonna be first because this is the pilot episode after all, but if this video does well and you guys really want to make this a series, you guys have the power to do so. Eventually we'll fill up this entire board with all the agents in separate videos. If you really do want this to become a series, I really hope so, then you guys have to leave a like and comment to boost the engagement of this video and, you know, get it up in the algorithm, so that way it lets me know that you guys enjoy it and, you know, the video still gets views. Okay, so let's read the best comments you guys left on the poll. There will be some common themes here, and I'll try to get a good mix of positive and negative comments for Omen. So starting us off on number 1 is actually going to be the top rated comment in the poll, and it comes from Sovix. Omen definitely deserves 5 stars. First, his lore is so deep and interesting, like how he's a shadow, what happened to him, why doesn't he remember anything, and will he ever become a human again? Second, his voice lines are out of mark, creepy and scary. The voice actor has done an amazing job. Third, despite being a monster, he got a soft spot. He knits. That's so cute. Fourth, he's kind and caring. Remember when Sage went out and took care of everything behind? Fifth, he's a good controller. His gameplay is fun, plus his outfit is awesome. Come on, he deserves 5 stars. Sovix started this video off perfectly. I do agree with almost everything he said, and it's a very well thought out comment. That's probably why it became the top rated comment on the poll. Let's move on to the next comment by Dai Li Agent, and we'll start to see a common theme get distributed throughout this video. So I believe he gets 4 stars. The dark and mysterious character trope is overdone in some cases, but Omen did it right. I think his design is cool, that he has to focus all the time just to keep himself together, and that he seems to rip himself apart to use his ult. It does kind of tick me off that there is so much unknown about him and that there isn't much that might lead to more information, but other than that, he is a brilliant character. Also, the guy knits. I gotta give him bonus points for that. Okay, so I do agree that almost every, you know, game that does have agents or characters or operators in it does have that dark and mysterious character that kind of almost makes you feel like that cookie cutter or copy and paste design. Also, the part that you said that it angers you that there aren't many updates to the dark and mysterious lore that's been there ever since day 1 is going to lead us into the more negative comments coming up next. Okay, so here is a comment from Red Lucky. I will give him 5 stars. However, the only thing which makes him a 4 star is his character development, which is non-existing. He has been the same ever since. Other than that, personally, he is my favorite agent. Looks cool. The reason I picked him at first: shadow powers, can teleport, can fill, can play aggro, can entry, has a flash. It's a blind, but it can't be counted as a flash, and is just a perfect boy for someone like me. Thanks for reading. Okay, so overall, it is a pretty positive comment, but that one part where he says the character development has not really moved since beginning is very apparent, and actually leads us again into the 4th comment from Pineapple Pista, who says, Omen's lore is cool and all, but I'm not playing for lore. As for gameplay, he's a good controller, but definitely not the best. Although he is very versatile, I would say 4 stars. So it looks like the people who kind of voted a little more on the, you know, maybe 4, 3, maybe 2-ish stars in the poll are people who think that his lore is kind of stale. It hasn't really moved or developed since. People are getting frustrated on the lack of updates for his character development. His character has kind of remained the same. Yeah, we got little updates here and there, like how he enjoys knitting to keep himself relaxed, and then, you know, how he looks after things like plants or whatever when people are gone. But that's honestly pretty much it. We haven't really got very many core changes or updates to his lore. Up next is a comment from Totally Not Macon, which is a beautifully well said comment. Omen's character, lore, and abilities are all good, but the reason he deserves 5 stars is because he is thick. Really? Because he's thick? All right, let's move on to the next one, which leads us directly into 2 more comments from Aqua, who says one word, dumpy, and then another comment from Guya Pong, who says big dumpy equals 5 stars. Why is everyone obsessed with Omen's ass? Does Omen even have like a good ass? Like Cypher, throw it up on screen, will you? Like, does Omen even have an ass? Like, I don't even know. Why is everyone obsessed with it? So, all right, well, enough talking about Omen's ass. Let's move on to a comment from Neem Havoc, who says, there is no reason Omen doesn't deserve 5 stars. Here's why. First of all, he's got a very mysterious lore and voice lines which cannot go in vain. It is so cool how he scatters his spirit and goes into the middle of existence and non-existence while ulting. Second of all, his character is undoubtedly the most amazing character aesthetically. Third of all, his personality. We haven't found any hostile voice lines between Omen and any other agents. From his lore, it is apparent that he sacrificed himself to save others and turned him into the monster he is today, but still doesn't blame Viper or Sage. Don't forget about the fact that he knits. Last but not least, he is overall the best controller in the VP, Valorant Protocol. You can play both aggressive and support with him. Okay, so a couple things with this comment. First of all, I will say that you are mostly correct, where Omen doesn't really have any negative feelings towards any other agents of the protocol. The only thing I can really think of off the top of my head is how Omen doesn't necessarily agree with Sage's choice of how she heals people.
Sage, the life you give. Do you ever wonder where it's taken from? A radiant healer is with them. I can feel her pull against the natural balance.
Another thing I do want to add to your comment, Meme, it's an amazing comment, but I just want to say this is, we actually don't know if Omen sacrificed himself. Like, it could have very just well been like a experiment done by Viper on him. Like, we don't know that Omen sacrificed himself. We've never really gotten that confirmation. And you also said that Omen kind of like forgives Viper and Sage for it. I don't think Omen even remembers what really happened to him. How could he forgive Viper or Sage when he doesn't know that they are kind of the reasons why he is the person he is today? So I just kind of did a couple things to just contradict and just play devil's advocate to your comment. But yeah, let's move on. Up next is an amazing comment by Hapex. 4 stars in my opinion, because Omen is really incredible as an agent for the VP. The design is pretty original, not incredible, but still original. I like how the clothes are his only protection to keep his shadow or soul in one place. It reminds me of FMA character, Full Metal Alchemist. I had no idea what that was. It roasted me in the comments for that. But I think something is missing to Omen. The story behind him still really mysterious and intriguing, but we don't have more. Like, he's not even a Radiant or a human, but what then? I really love the suspense behind his character, but Riot, please tell us more about him. Omen can't be only a shadow. What a great comment. A couple things here I want to talk about. So I really do like how you ended that sentence. Riot, please tell more about him. Omen can't be only a shadow. That's actually amazing. Now, I do think that they are more expanding on Omen's, personality, with the soft spots we were talking about earlier, the knitting, the looking after plants and stuff, and how he genuinely cares for people. Another thing I do want to say is Omen actually is a Radiant. We don't know if he was a human before he became, Omen, the person we know today, or if he was already a Radiant and, died and then came back, and maybe that's the thing that saved him, really. He could have been a human gone Radiant or a Radiant that, went back to being a Radiant, I guess. But it is confirmed that Omen is a Radiant. All right, so we're gonna look at the last comment for today's video, and it comes from Basic Male Energy. It's amazingly well said and very short. Okay, Omen has, in my opinion, the best controller type abilities, with shrouded and great lore behind him alongside easy to learn character while being very good for skilled lobbies. Deserves 5-star, man. What a perfect way to end today's video. His lore, his design, the voice acting, which is incredible. The voice actor does an amazing job, and he is easy to learn, smokes, your teleport, ulting when necessary, but he's also really good in skilled lobbies, which is kind of a new thing as recording this video. Omen definitely wasn't good for the longest time. All right, everyone, I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. I really want this to become a series. I hope you guys too. If you do, you have to leave a like and comment to get the engagement on this video going so that YouTube increases it on the algorithm. Other than that, subscribe, notifications if you're new. Now, with all that being said, Jippy out.